Hello, friends. So today we are going to talk about one of the famous stock among the retail investors, which has performed extremely well in last 1 year. That is nothing but Suzlon Industry, and this Suzlon Industry is being recommended by Dolphin and Shasha Sadiki and Ramesh Pawar. So yes, we are going to talk about Suzlon in energy, basically not industry. Sorry, my mistake. Yes, energy in detail. And in this Suzlon Energy, we are going to talk about what are the future prospects, what the company is going to do from here, and what is their capacity, and how is the future no management thinking about the company from here. And the main thing is, what is the valuation? Is the current price, which is around 40 odd, is okay to invest in this stock or not, and shall we hold that stock for a long? So let us talk in detail about Suzlon in the Energy. And before I go, guys, if you want any stock to be reviewed from us or any sector, please put it in the comment box. Daily we are putting videos on various stocks and sector, and I'll try to cover that also. And do share, subscribe to our channel, and do like this video. So now let us talk about Suzlon Energy in detail. So talking about Suzlon Energy, as you know, the main part of Suzlon is nothing but wind energy. And talking about, first, let us talk about how the stock has performed. You see, in 10 years, the stock has gone up. If you see the max, it has gone up to almost 381 rupees in 2008. Then it has fallen. Then the Suzlon completely gone burst. And if you talk about last 3 years, in last 3 years, suddenly in from April 23, which was around 8 rupees, and it has gone to almost, you can say that around 48 rupees, and then it gone to 40 rupees. Currently it is around 40 odd rupees. Okay. And overall the stock, is a leader in wind energy. Now what we'll do, first we'll go to the future prospects of this Suzlon Energy, and also the current, what they have a capacity and everything. Then we'll talk about the valuation part. And guys, stay till then, because this is an interesting video where you will able to understand how to review a company. Normally, all our videos are such that we normally cover the fundamental of a company, and also try to make you understand when you review a company, how to review it, and also whether you should invest in that company or not. So talking about for Suzlon Energy, so Suzlon Energy, that it is there in the renewable energy. And if we talk about renewable energy growth to be driven in the wind and solar part, that solar and wind is been focused by the government, especially solar. And plus, you see, BJP government has given that they are going to implement almost 1 lakh solar roof on the whole household. So that is what 1 crore, sorry, 1 crore, minimum 1 crore household solar rooftop. And that is what they are going to do it. And also they have a focus on wind energy. Now talking about 50% renewables in energy is mixed by 2030. Again, 500 gigawatt of non-fossil fuel energy capacity by 2030. This is what they are going to, government is going to plan, and this is what going to happen. So if you overall, if you see that December 23, it is almost 428 gigawatt, and it will go to by 2030 777 gigawatt. And if you see here, the 290, the 38% will be in solar, 13% in wind, then 35% fossil fuel, and 10% will be in hydro. So this is what is the projected capacity. Again, this is given by the All India basically CEA, and that is why, this is where the wind energy comes into focus, where it is almost, you can say that 13%, where Suzlon is number one. Also, if you talk about the wind industry currently, there is a strong domestic outlook. It is the fourth largest wind market in the world. We are the fourth largest market in the world. Again, 100 gigawatt installed wind energy by 2030. World over, there will be 100 gigawatt installed wind capacity. 13 gigawatt wind pipeline as on June. That is what that pipeline with Suzlon. Again, grid manufacturer almost 98. 26 gigawatt installation in next 5 years through policy correction. So that is what they are going to end. 10 gigawatt is going to be there for the wind tender. So this is what is the currently the status. So key demand drivers will be wind potential and lot many things. You can just go through it. But yes, there is a very, very favorable condition for the India wind in energy. If we talk about Suzlon strength, almost 20.5 gigawatt global installed wind energy capacity is of Suzlon. 32% cumulative market share in India. So almost 32% of, you can say, that wind energy market is being controlled by Suzlon. Almost 6,300 people are already working with Suzlon, and that is a, you can see, it's a company which was dying. Then again, it has bounced back very well. Product wise, if you see the breakup, wind turbine is almost 62%. So majority part of Suzlon is wind turbines only. Operational maintenance is 32%, and rest others are there. Location wise, India is 95%, almost 94.8. So their main business is in India, 1.4 in Europe, and 2.7 in others. Again, operating profit breakup, if you see, operating and maintenance is almost 94%, 95%, and wind turbine generators is almost 2.8. So majorly their operating profit breakup is coming on operating and maintenance services. Asset wise breakup, you can see 54% is wind turbine generators, then 23% is operating and maintenance services. Now when we talk about Suzlon strength in Indian wind energy, okay, it is number one in OEM. Okay, end-to-end service provider, it is pan India presence, technology leadership, best in class. So they have a 28-year track record, and that's why, it is always been, if you talk about wind energy, it is always about the Suzlon Energy. Now let us talk about overview of India OMS capacities. So basically key numbers is 14.5 gigawatt installed capacity which they have currently. Okay, and you can see the presence where Gujarat is having a 4 gigawatt, that is highest. Rajasthan is 2.3, Maharashtra 2.1, even Tamil Nadu is almost 2.6. So this is how across India they have a capacity. Again, they have a 32% market share in India, installed India capacity. So they are the leader. Okay. And almost USD 10 billion asset under management is there. There are 94 sites and 3,500 plus team is there. Now, if you talk about wind order book, now why we have to understand? See, at the end of the day, if you see the current capacity and everything, Suzlon is very well placed. They are the leader. But what is the future of energy? So you can see here, overall their order book is also going up, which was 652 in March 23, then June 1433, then 1613, then 2290, December 20th, and January it is 3157. That shows there is a very good growth is there in wind order book. And understand one thing, slowly and gradually, when they are going to serve these orders, they are going to get money, and that is where the profitability goes up. So future prospects comparatively looks quite better for wind energy and especially for Suzlon, because now the government is focusing on renewables, and that is where wind energy plays a big role. Now let us talk about the company's financials, and no, as an investor, should you invest in this company or not at the current valuation? Because things look good, but whether the stock has run up a lot, that is what we have to see. So when we compare with the peers comparison, okay, and if you see the stock is, of course, it is on a higher valuation. If you see a cons and all that, also it is showing higher valuation. And when we compare with other, the P is currently 110. It is quite a high P. Now, the reason is P because earning may not be catching with the, you can say that weightage given to this stock. So let us talk about earning, then I'll talk about the comparison and ratios also. If you see the sales quarter to quarter, it has been almost stagnant. Here, if you see in last 1 year, stagnant. Net profit also, it touched a high of 320 in March 23, and now in last 3 quarters it is less. But is it much a quarter where they was getting a cyclical uptick every time? Then if you see the March 22, it is a loss. So ऐसा तो कुछ है नहीं कि मार्च में ज्यादा आ गया था. But yes, March 23 was much better. Then it is going down only. Now if you talk about year wise, so year wise अगर आप देखोगे, their major sales was happening in March 22. However, they had a loss, but in March 23 it was almost 5171. They have a very good profitability of 2887. But when you take last 12 months, that is TTM, trailing 12 months, it is almost 726, which is on a much more lower side. And why? Because you can see in last 3 quarters, it has not given a great result. Now, why I am showing you this? Because you have to understand that what is the current result and what is the future prospects. So if you see the compound and sales growth is minus 11, compounding profit growth, of course, it is in 3 years, it is 27% and almost 800%. Stock price is also gone up 300%. Now, when we talk about this, all this, then you can see that's why, because there is a blip in EPS currently, that's why your P ratio is going to 110. At this P, ROC is almost 20.78. And you can see sales growth is minus in last year. Overall 3 years is 26, profit growth is 27, but you can see the stock price growth is much more, almost 98. So there was a PE expansion. See, now the problem which we face in this type of stock, now there's a lot of fluctuation in the earning, and that is why you have to be very, very careful. Because agar itni fluctuation hoga, then how you will decide what should be the ideal P, and then why the P goes on a higher side. Normally, a company should be given a more P if it is consistent in return. Now, here I cannot see a consistency. Okay. So that is why the P ratio which is given is on a higher side. Now, if you see the P ratio comparison, you can see in between there was a loss, and that P was coming lower. Okay. And then again it has started giving, again 150 gaya to abhi 110. So looking on all this, no, one thing is for sure, the stock is not trading at a, you can say, a reasonable valuation. Stock is, of course, there is something where there is a good amount of spike coming in the profit stock price, because the future process looks much more promising. But if you talk about current valuation, the whatever result they are giving, it is running much more far ahead of that. Now, whether you're able to make money at this level, provided the growth is very good in next few quarters, capacity is there, but how will be the growth? That is what we have to understand. So they have to provide a very, very good growth in order to sustain at this level. So that is what my take is. They get that at a rate of 40, it is already trading at a higher P. Now you may say no, Tapan, but future process good. I want to wait for 2 years, 5 years. Then please wait, not an issue. But if you ask me at this level, is it getting lucrative to invest? Still, I feel the stock P is much more. Provided March result is bumper result, then our calculation will change currently. Completely 360-degree. But yeah, still the March result is not getting great. At this level, I'll not suggest to invest in that stock at this current level, because the earnings are quite fluctuating. I'll always give a higher PE and also a higher valuation to a company which is consistently performing well. So hope you got my point, and this is what my call is about Suzlon Energy. I know many of you are invested, so you can think about it at the end. Yes, guys, consult your financial advisor before investing and do your own research. So guys, hope you learned it, and guys, hope you like this video. If you like it, then do like, share it, and do subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also, guys, if you want to understand how we conduct the all this fundamental analysis, how to do it, tomorrow we are going to have a basically a master class. You can attend it. The link is given below. It is costing more than 1500 rupees. I am going to give you completely free. Well, you will be able to meet with me live. So I'll see you there tomorrow. So click the link and do attend the session. And guys, if you want any stock to be analyzed from my side or any sector, put it in the comments. I'll try to cover it next time. So thank you, Ahmed, for joining. I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye bye.